Santa Barbara clearance, Skyhawk 5385 Juliet, requesting IFR to Santa Maria for the I-10.
November 5385 Juliet, Santa Barbara clearance cleared to Santa Maria Airport, Flight 5 departure, San Marcos transition, and then as filed. Climb via SID, accept maintain 3000, expect 6000 in 5 minutes. Departure frequency 120.55, squawk 4434.
Cleared to Santa Maria via the Flight 5 departure, San Marcos transition, then is filed. Climb via the SID, accept 3000, expect 6000 5 minutes after. Departures 12055, squawk 4434, 85 Juliet.
Number 85 Juliet, read back.
Get that on. Okay, so going for the I-10, squawk 4434. Departures 12055. I'll put that on here. Yeah. Okay, I got ground, comm 1, standby, I got tower, got guard, and my departure on comm 2. Climb via SID, SID 3000. Don't need these. Okay.
November 5 Echo Whiskey, runway 29 clear for the option.
Runway 29 clear for the option, Sirius 85 Echo Whiskey.
Santa Barbara ground, Skyhawk 5385 Juliet at the signature ramp, request taxi for IFR. Never got my ATIS.
November 5385 Juliet, Santa Barbara ground, runway 25, taxi via Foxtrot, Bravo 1.
25 via Foxtrot Bravo 1, 85 Juliet. Alright, I will get my ATIS. 23.5.
San Luis ground, November 1964 Bravo's IFR to Half Moon Bay, ready to copy.
Number 1964 Bravo, San Luis ground, cleared to Half Moon Bay Airport, 3 departure, possible Robles transition, then is filed, maintain 5000, expect 8000 5 minutes after departure. Departure frequency 124.15, squawk 3562.
Okay, clear to Half Moon Bay Airport, Creepy 3 departure, Paso Robles transition, then as filed. Climb maintain 5000, expect 8000 5 minutes after departure. Departure frequency is 124.15, squawk 3562, November 1964 Bravo.
64 Bravo, read back, Greg.
Frank Star, TBM 857 Tango Bravo, holding short runway 31 left, ready for departure.
We're 857 Tango Bravo, Palm Springs Tower, after departure, proceed on course, runway 31 left, clear for takeoff.
Proceed on course, clear for takeoff, runway 31 left, 857 Tango Bravo.
Delivery. Advise on course heading, altitude, and if flight following is requested. Read backhaul runway assignments and hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact you have information uniform. Santa Barbara Municipal Airport, ATIS information uniform, 2353 Zulu, wind 150 at 7, visibility 10, sky condition, clear, temperature 19er, Dew point 12. Altimeter 2988. Arriving and departing runways 715 left, 15 right. Visual approaches in use. VFR departures contact clearance delivery. Advise on course heading, altitude.
Alright, so I'm going to review this departure, Flop 5. So after takeoff, I'm going to make a climbing left turn, intercept the
San Luis ground, November 1964 Bravos at transient parking, information Sierra, ready to taxi.
San Marcos, take that to Flout, then turn around, come right
November
back to San
1964
Marcos
Bravo,
for
San Luis
transition.
ground, runway 29er, taxi via Alpha.
Okay.
29er via Alpha, November 1964 Bravo.
Santa Barbara Tower, Skyhawk 5385 Juliet, holding short 25, ready for departure.
November 5385 Juliet, Santa Barbara Tower, runway 25, clear for takeoff, wind 1507.
Clear for takeoff, runway 25, 85 Juliet. Okay, climbing left turn, heading 167 about to 3,000 feet. Oh, boozing and cruising here. Lights on. Okay.
November 5 Echo Whiskey, runway 29er, clear for the option.
Runway 29, clear for the options. 885 Echo Whiskey.
November 7 Tango Bravo, contact departure.
Got to departure, 7 Tango Bravo.
Drift, pretty bad.
And November 1 Juliet Papa, safe parking.
There we go.
1 Juliet Papa, Juliet Bravo, request taxi parking.
1 Juliet Papa, roger, taxi via Sierra to the ramp, maintenance frequency.
Taxi to the ramp via Sierra, maintenance frequency. Have a good day, 1 Juliet Papa.
You as well, take care. November 85 Juliet, contact departure.
Order departure, 85 Juliet.
Local departure, TBM 857 Tango Bravo, 4,400 climbing.
Number 857 Tango Bravo, SoCal departure, radar contact.
Santa Barbara departure, Skyhawk 5385 Juliet, passing 400 for 3,000.
November 5385 Juliet, Santa Barbara departure, radar contact, climb maintain 6,000.
Climb maintain 6,000, 85 Juliet. Okay, so until I intercept the 197 radio. Passing 1,200. Now the complicating thing with this rating, and from what I understand, this looks like the toughest of all the ratings, or at least the CAT/I ratings. It's just a lot to do in this one. It's just busy flight. So we fly this departure, transition from San Marcos, go to Santa Maria, except we're going to do we're going to request an approach, which kind of approach here? Back course. back course Alpha approach. Alright, here we go. Intercepting the 197 radial right now. Let's just stay on that track.
Series 5 Echo Whiskey, runway 29er, cleared to land.
So after
Runway 29, clear to land, Sirius 885
after
Echo
we
Whiskey.
fly this departure, we're going to request back course A into Santa Maria, except go mist.
November 7 Tango Bravo,
Do a
contact
lap or
SoCal
two in the pattern,
135.4.
in the holding pattern.
135.4, 7 Tango
And then
Bravo.
divert to San Luis Obispo.
SoCal approach TBM 857
Fly
Tango Bravo,
a
8,400, coming up on 8,500 for our cruise.
Circling approach
Square 857 Tango Bravo, SoCal approach, Roger, Ontario, altimeter 2988.
into San Luis Obispo.
Copy, thanks, 7 Tango Bravo.
Lots to do. Lots of frequency changes. Dial them in the radials. Should be alright. Should be able to get here. This is real time, real weather. Alright, so I have to cross the Gaviota 902 radial on my way back at 6,000. So I just have to be at altitude by the time I get there. That won't be a problem. Stay on this radial here. Passing 2600. Local time is 17:43, 5:43 p.m. 0043 Zulu. Current temperature outside is 56 degrees with some rain. Fahrenheit, 13 degrees Celsius. Everything looks good. Fuel flow is good. Oil pressure, battery, vacuum, oil temp, fuel, all good. Still climbing, passing 3,000 for 6. This is the Flout 5 departure out of Santa Barbara, runway 25. Flying. So another 4 miles out to sea, we'll hit the waypoint, Flout, and then do a 360 and come back in over the airport, proceed to the San Marcos VOR. I'm tuned into that right now.
San Luis Tower, November 1964 Bravo is ready to go, runway 29.
November 1964 Bravo, San Luis Tower, runway 29er, clear for takeoff.
Runway 29er clear for takeoff, November 64 Bravo.
San Luis Tower, Sirius 885 Echo Whiskey is clear of runway 29 on Foxtrot.
Number 5 Echo Whiskey, taxi via Alpha to the ramp and remain this frequency. Show a pass for your Cat 3.
Via Alpha to the ramp, thank you, sir. Have a good night.
So looks like there's 3 possible transitions out of Flout. San Marcos, where we're going, then Ventura, we're going east, or Gaviota, if we go to the west. Just gonna keep an eye on my altitude. This is a message about a steep turn coming up, I know. Gonna make our 360 here in about a minute. Alright, 30 seconds to turn.
For 64 Bravo, contact departure.
Hover to departure, November 64 Bravo.
Should be up to our cruise 6,000 in about 4 minutes. Yeah, we'll definitely be at 6,000 by the time we hit that radial. No problem. Alright, right, it's 6.
Santa Barbara departure, November 1964 Bravo is passing through 1,400 for 5,000.
Making a red turn.
Number 1964 Bravo, Santa Barbara departure. Radar contact, climb and maintain 8,000.
Climb maintain 8,000, November 64 Bravo.
This is the latest X-Plane beta. Is this 5 or 6 now? I think it's 6. But it's running very smooth. Very happy with how X-Plane's been running on my computer lately. Yeah. Smooth. Heading back to land. Gotta climb out over the ocean because the mountains, I know the mountains behind, well, I should say to the north of Santa Barbara, behind it, they cleared, I mean, they're over 4,000 feet peaks. So if you want to get north out of Santa Barbara,
Baron 64 Bravo, cleared at direct
climb.
Paso Robles.
Clear direct Paso Robles,
Passing
November
5,000,
64 Bravo.
5,000
Thank
to
you.
go. Alright, gotta get back on that radial. 017. 17.6 nautical miles to... What is that waypoint? Yeah, I don't know. Let's stall here. Slow this climb a little bit. Okay, gotta get back on the radio.
Baron 64 Bravo, contact Oakland Center on
Make a left
128.7.
Over to 128.7, November 64 Bravo.
$5,400. Be up to our cruising altitude in about 2 minutes, slowing this climb down. Simulating the weight of 2 passengers, my weight, plus another 205-pounder next to me, and some, just a little bit of baggage, 20-something pounds of baggage. And I put about 200 pounds of fuel on board, way more than I needed. But given everything that goes on in this flight,
No, approach TBN 7 Tango Bravo, be advised we're beginning our descent into John Wayne.
Or if I have to divert past
7 Tango Bravo,
San Luis Obispo, I don't know, to go to another holding pattern.
Alex 7 Tango Bravo.
I want to make sure I had a lot of gas on board. Alright, we're heading back to the radial now. 15 miles. 1 minute to cruising altitude. seconds, 30 seconds. Alright. Start to level off here in a second. Alright, 2350 RPMs right now. Rising. Start by leaning the mixture.
7 Tango Bravo, contact approach 128.1.
About 7.
128.1, 7 Tango Bravo.
Not enough. A little too lean. Okay, there we go. We're cruising.
SoCal approach, TBM 857 Tango Bravo, 5600 descending. We have John Wayne Information Hotel.
Clear 857 Tango Bravo, SoCal approach, Roger, John Wayne, altimeter 29991, and I think you said you have hotel. I was letting you have a field set.
Yes, we have hotel and field is in sight for 7 Tango Bravo.
7 Tango Roger, proceed straight in, runway 20 right.
Lead straight in, 20 right, 7 Tango Bravo.
So after we hit the San Marcos VOR Hortag, what is it? Yeah, once we hit the San Marcos VOR, then I'm going to request back course Alpha, runway 30 into Santa Maria.
Seven Tango Bravo, contact John Wayne Tower 126.8.
Go ahead, Tower 126.8, 7 Tango Bravo.
This is a new pilot edge controller, well, at least someone I've never heard before. Well, it's new.
John Wayne Tower, TBM 857 Tango Bravo on the straight and approach 20 right.
Or 857 Tango Bravo, John Wayne Tower, hello, runway 20 right, cleared to land.
Please land runway 20 right, 857 Tango Bravo.
For 85 Juliet, advising you have information, Oscar for Santa Maria, and say approach course.
Yeah, I'll get Oscar, and approach request would be the DME back course of Alpha to runway 30 if it's available, 85 Juliet.
For 85 Juliet, Roger, and you want a vector to final or from the VOR?
From the VOR, please, 85 Juliet.
85 Juliet, Roger, Cross San Marcos at 6,000, cleared localizer back course Alpha approach, runway, correction cleared, localizer back course Alpha approach, expect to circle, runway 30.
Alright, cross San Marcos at 6,000, expect back course Alpha, and I will expect a circle, 85 Juliet. Okay, we're about to hit San Marcos. Departure Skyhawk 5385 Juliet. I also plan on doing a mist.
Number 85 Juliet, Roger.
Back course Alpha. Alright, so from San Marcos, go to Cokes.
White Tower 7 Tango Bravo clearing 20 right on hotel going straight ahead to Clay Lacey.
Tango Bravo, taxi straight ahead to the ramp and remain in this frequency. Have a good one.
Straight ahead with you, 7 Tango Bravo, thanks sir.
Okay, here comes our left turn. So we're hitting the VOR right now. This is where we hit our left, make a left. Hard left turn, leave this on the 286 radio. And I'm gonna set 113.05 to, yeah.
Burbank clearance delivery, Cox 67
300.
Delta Mike, IFR to Vegas with Zulu.
November 67 Delta Mike, Las Vegas clearance. Correction, Burbank clearance, clear to Las Vegas Airport, Van Nuys 3 departure, Daggett transition, then is filed. Maintain 4,000. Expect 13,000, 5 minutes after departure. Departure frequency 134.2, squawk 4155.
Forgot to mention this is for the I-5, clear to Vegas, Van Nuys 3, and then the Daggett transition, and then it's filed 4,000, expect flight level 13, 5 minutes after departure, 134.2, and squawk 4155, 7 Delta Mike.
Number 7 Delta Mike, read back.
Okay, so I'm on the 286 radial at Cokes. I'm going to join the 300 radial, or when I hit the 300 radial, that will be Cokes. We're going to ride that in 300. Alright. When I get to Cokes, I could be at 4,600 feet. That's not for another 25 miles. That Lake Kachima. I've seen that lake from up here, from Lizard's Mouth. Beautiful out here. Yeah, it's so damn expensive.
Bakersfield ground, Skyhawk 5324 Golf is ready to taxi to the active with information Sierra. I'm also going to request a flight following to direct to Kilo Mike Hotel Victor at 8,500.
November 5324 Golf, Bakersfield ground, roger. Departure frequency 118.8,
Thought he was going to
Squawk
say 5385.
5161. Runway 30 right, taxi via Alpha Bravo.
Squawk 5186, runway 30 right, taxi via Alpha Bravo, 5324 Golf.
424 Golf, and the departure frequency is 118.8. Your squawk code is going to be 5161.
Squawk code is 5161, departure frequency is 118.8, 5324 Golf.
424 Golf, read back correct.
This is also for a Cat 6, sorry.
Roger.
We gotta be careful not to get too much to drink right now, because you cannot pause this. You have to take the leak. A little more gas.
John Wayne Ground, Skyhawk 627 Delta Mike, at northwest parking, ready for taxi. '67 Delta Mike, Burbank Ground, runway 15, taxi via Delta Bravo.
The old
Runway
Delta
15
Bravo.
via Delta Bravo,
Don't be a Delta
7
Bravo.
Delta Mike.
Flying into a little bit of a headwind. be to Santa Maria in under 15. And from there, another close to a half hour to San Luis Obispo, I don't know. This is the part of the flight where not much happens, but it's all chaos before and after this.
Bakersfield departure Skyhawk 5324 Golf, holding short of runway 30 right, ready for departure.
So 5324 Golf, Bakersfield Tower, runway 30 right, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, 30 right, 5324 Golf.
Okay, about 4 minutes of coast. We should hit the 300 radial. Then, it's already kind of closing in. But we're far away, so it's to be expected.
Vertical track.
I-32 for golf, contact for departure.
Over to departure. Thank you. 532 for golf.
I should get a call any second here to say that I'm cleared for this approach. Was I already cleared?
Burbank Tower, Scout 67 Delta Mike, holding short runway 15, ready for departure.
A67 Delta Mike, Burbank Tower, runway 15, set for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, runway 157 Delta Mike.
Departure Skyhawk 5385 Juliet. Just calling to confirm that I'm cleared for the back course Alpha approach in the 30 at Santa Maria.
5385 Juliet, if you weren't at this, the previous controller would have given you that clearance, so I believe he said you did have the clearance.
Alright, roger that. I'm descending right now. Thank you. 85 Juliet.
Did you get the clearance from San Marcos, cross San Marcos 6000, etc.?
Yeah, I was clear. I just want to make sure I could descend as I was arriving to coast to 4600. 85 Juliet.
If you're given the approach clearance, then and you've complied with any altitude restrictions that ETC would apply, you are expected to descend via the vertical profile there.
Alright, roger. Thanks so much. 85 Juliet.
5324 Golf, they can photograph you up.
Of course, she's coming in all garbled.
Can you read that again for 532 for golf?
For golf, which frequency were you given for departure?
Departure 126.45.
It should have been 118.8. Switch back to 118.8 for Vegas for departure.
Okay, 10 for 118.8, 532 for golf.
Is the 29er departure 627 Delta Mike, contact for departure.
Still got departure, coming out the mic. Still got departure, Scout 67 Delta Mike, 1400, climbing 4000.
67 Delta Mike, set departure radar, contact reaching 3000, turn right heading 340, climbing maintain 7000.
I can get down to 3,000.
Up to 3,000, heading 340. I'm sorry, could you repeat that?
Mike says, reaching 3,000, turn right heading 340, climb and maintain 7,000.
Up to 3,000, heading 340, and climb and maintain 7,000, 7 up Mike.
5, the 5 heading 7 tower, 1183.
Can you say that frequency again? It's pretty static. It was at 1183, 85 Juliet?
Affirmative.
Roger, thank you, 85 Juliet. Santa Maria Tower, Sky 5385 Juliet. Approaching Camco, descending 4,400 for 3,000.
5385 Juliet, Santa Maria Tower, circle straight in, runway 30, clear to land.
Clear to land, 3085 Juliet.
Volta Mike, unable continuing for the I-5, didn't comply with the instruction. The instruction was reaching 3,000, turn right heading 340, climb and maintain 7,000. You appear to have already made the turn. Low altitude alert, minimum vectoring altitude in your area is 4,000. Climb immediately to 4,000.
Okay, I was confused with the 3,000 and the 7,000 instruction. 7 Delta Mike.
Santa Maria Tower, Skyhawk 5385 Juliet. It's going to be going missed on this approach. Average 1720.
The reason order of instruction is just as important as what's being said. So I said it 2 or 3 times. Reaching 3,000, turn right, heading 340, climb and maintain 7,000. 2 separate instructions. If you do not understand what that means, then I can further try to explain it. But that is something very common, and you would want to try to become familiar with. Continue your climb, maintain, actually turn left now heading 260. I'm going to keep you in the lower area until you're higher. Turn left heading 260.
Okay, appreciate it. Just learning. 260. Heading 260, 7 Delta Mike.
We're all just learning, bro. That's what this is for.
And 7 Delta Mike, just confirming you do want to continue the flight?
Yeah, why not? 7 Delta Mike.
Sure.
Theater, 1720.
Bakersfield approach, Skyhawk 5324 Golf, about 5 miles east of Bakersfield, direct to Kilo Mike Hotel Victor at 3,500, climbing to 8,500.
5324 Golf, Bakersfield approach, roger. There's 7 Delta Mike, turn 10 degrees left.
10 degrees left, 7 Delta Mike.
There's 67 Delta Mike. I'll practice it again here. So reaching or leaving, the 2 words you'll probably hear. But that means upon reaching said altitude, then you execute the following instruction. So leaving 5,000, clear direct lane, join the departure, climb and maintain 1000.
Okay, so upon reaching 5,000, direct to Lang, climb and maintain 1000, 7 Delta Mike.
That's correct. And just to clarify, it is a continuous climb. You don't stop at the first altitude. You continue the climb all the way to the maintain.
Roger, 7 Delta Mike.
Santa Maria Tower, Skyhawk 5385 Juliet's going missed on the runway 30 back course approach.
Sir 5385 Juliet, contact Santa Barbara approach 124.15.
124.15, 85 Juliet. Santa Barbara approach, Skyhawk 5385 Juliet is climbing the mist on runway 30 Santa Maria.
Santa 5385 Juliet, Santa Barbara approach, radar contact, expect no delay, advise intention.
Going to go into the holding pattern and then request diversion to San Luis Obispo, 85 Juliet.
85 Juliet, advise ready to leave the hold.
Roger, 85 Juliet. Guys, could you please be quiet? Sorry, my daughter should be in bed right now. She's... So now I gotta pull up San Luis Obispo. I'm gonna go direct to Guadalupe. Well, Guadalupe is where I'm heading right now. And from there I go to Morro Bay for the diversion. Climb to 2100 direct Guadalupe and hold. That's where I am right now. Hold teardrop. Do one lap in the not the pattern, sorry, the holding pattern, yeah, not the traffic pattern, holding pattern, same thing. Just no runway. Watch my speed here, alright. Starting the teardrop. Ready for what's coming next. I'm going to pump in Morro Bay. Morro Bay VOR is on 112.4. Miles. Okay, we're in the hold. Alright, we're in the holding pattern. Outer. Look. Start the left turn in the hold. This is the VOR, over the VOR right now. Skyhawk 5385 Juliet's ready to depart the holding pattern at Guadalupe.
Pressure 627 Delta Mike, traffic Joshua approach 126.1.
Joshua approach 126.17 Delta Mike.
Or 5324 Golf, contact Joshua approach 124.55.
124.55, 5324 Golf.
5385 Juliet, and you're diverting to San Luis Obispo?
Affirmative, 85 Juliet.
5385 Juliet, cleared, correction, reaching 3000, cleared to San Luis Obispo Airport via direct, Morro Bay direct. Maintain 4000.
Reaching 3000, cleared direct San Luis Obispo Airport, direct Morro Bay, via direct San Luis Airport, maintain 4000, 85 Juliet.
Joshua approach, Skyhawk 67 Delta Mike, 10,100, climbing flight level 11, 7 Delta Mike.
627 Delta Mike, Joshua approach, thank you, Palmdale altimeter 2987, climb and maintain 13,000.
13,000, 7 Delta Mike.
Joshua approach Skyhawk 5324 Golf at 8,500, direct to Mojave.
5324 Golf, Joshua approach Mojave altimeter 2985.
2985, 5324 Golf.
Or ring again. SoCal departure, Skyhawk 5385 Juliet is going to be requesting the VOR Alpha approach into San Luis Obispo.
Verified G85 Juliet, you're with Santa Barbara approach, and cross Morro Bay at 4000, clear VOR Alpha approach, expect circle runway 29er.
Say again last, sorry about that, 85 Juliet.
5324 Golf Radar services terminated, squawk V5 frequency change approved, the airport 12 o'clock and 10 miles. There 5385 Juliet, clear direct to Morro Bay VOR, cross Morro Bay at 4000, clear VOR Alpha approach, expect circle runway 29er.
Cleared Morro Bay VOR cross at 4000, clear for the VOR Alpha approach, expect 29er in a circle, 85 Juliet.
35 Juliet, report inbound, proceed your turn. There 5324 Golf, how do you read?
I got you there, 5324 Golf.
5324 Golf, radar services are terminated, squawk V5 frequency change approved, there 12 o'clock 8 miles.
Squawk VFR, thank you.
Jesus. Running out of room. I'm 264 radial here. Right. So I'm gonna put Vortec 112.4. Gotta cross Morro Bay at 4,000. This was actually kind of cool because it was a little IFR-like over Santa Maria, and it definitely cleared up a lot here at San Luis Obispo, so it's kind of cool to use real-world weather for this rating, get the actual effect. 5 miles to Morro Bay. Yes. Two miles to the procedure turn.
Traffic.
I don't have the traffic in sight. Very close though. Where is he? What was this? Santa Barbara departure, Skyhawk 5385 Juliet, commencing the procedure turn VOR Alpha into San Luis Obispo. turbulence. Alright, right turn to 309. Alright, clock on. 1 minute out, 1 minute in.
Santa Monica Grande, 5666 Juliet Alpha, no Zeppelin, pick up IFR with the information Victor.
It's a minute. Bring it back to 129.
There's 6660 Alpha Santa Monica ground. This is the V for departure.
666 Juliet Alpha, second please.
Just confirming this is a V for I for departure.
Request I fly the flight from to Santa Barbara.
There's 6660 Alpha, full route clearance. Advise ready to copy.
660 Alpha, now ready to copy.
Joshua approach Skyhawk 5324 Golf, about 9 miles to the west, inbound for full stop.
There's 6660 Alpha, clear to Santa Barbara Airport. After departure, fly runway heading till 1,000 feet.
Excuse me.
Then right turn heading 250. Radar vectors, Santa Monica. Then the Santa Monica Papa 38 tech route. Maintain 3,000. Expect 6,000. 10 minutes after departure. Departure frequency 125.2. Squawk 2444.
Okay.
Nova 666, Juliet Alpha, clear to Santa Barbara Airport. And after airborne runway heading until 1,000 feet, then heading 250. Redirect to Santa Maria. Correction. Second, where to redirect?
Santa Monica VOR.
Roger, Santa Monica, redirect Santa Monica VOR.
Santa Monica, yo.
38, take
We're
a
learning, lady.
maintain 3,000.
This guy's
And
not
after
even
1
speaking his
minute,
native language.
maintain 6,000. Departure 125.2. Scope 2444.
Number 6 Juliet Alpha, and confirm expect.
Vertical
You're not
track.
climbing to, but you will expect 6,000
not.
10 minutes after departure.
Maybe I'm just misreading her.
Okay, expect 6,000 10 minutes after departure. 666 Juliet Alpha.
Calling Mojave Tower, taking the corrections. Sorry, Joshua Approach. Calling with Joshua Approach. What airport are you about to?
Inbound to Mojave.
And what's your distance from the airport now?
I'm about 6 miles to the southwest.
Okay, is there a reason why you're calling Joshua Approach and not the tower?
Yes, he doesn't know what he's doing. See, I'm not wrong. Is he laughing?
You got me on that one.
Good answer, buddy.
No, 5324 drop. So Mojave is a Delta airport, so you don't need you don't need the services as it or like into a Charlie or Bravo airport. So you're expected, if you're less than like 20 miles from an airport, you're going to be expected to contact the tower directly. If you're looking for flight following, if you're less than 20 miles from the airport, it doesn't really do you any good, because as soon as we get you up on our radar, we have to cut you loose to allow you time to switch to the tower.
Okay, yeah, I've been taught it's a little different down here, but I've always contacted Approach as well, but
Sound weird.
I understand.
It's universal.
Center 5324 Golf, if you're intending to land Mojave Airport, and you're like you said, 6 miles from the airport, go ahead and contact the tower directly. I can't really help you.
Okay, thank you very much. 5324 Golf.
Santa Maria Grande, Papa 666 Juliet Alpha, ready to taxi.
I'm sorry, who was calling in Santa Monica?
Piper 666 Juliet Alpha, I'm on North Zeppelin, where I'm ready to taxi.
Or 666 Juliet Alpha, Santa Monica Ground, runway 21, taxi Alpha.
No, 21 taxi Alpha, 6 Juliet Alpha.
5385 Juliet, contact San Luis Tower 124.0.
124.0, 5 Juliet. San Luis Tower, Skyhawk 5385 Juliet, inbound on the VOR Alpha for runway 29.
Air 5385 Juliet, San Luis Tower, Ryder Circle south of the field for left downwind, runway 29er. Runway 29er, clear to land with 31016.
Circle south for a left downwind, runway 29er, clear to land, runway 29er, 85 Juliet.
traffic.
Mojave Tower, Skyhawk 5324 Golf,
Nothing
about
to do
7
here.
miles to the west, inbound for a full stop.
5324 Golf, Mojave Tower, join right downwind runway 26 for Port Midfield.
Join right downwind for runway 26, report midfield. 5324 Golf.
Santa Maria, War Piper 666, Juliet Alpha, holding short runway 21 at Alpha 5, ready for departure.
November 6 Juliet Alpha, Santa Monica Tower, runway 21 clear for takeoff.
Runway 21 clear for takeoff, 6 Juliet Alpha.
Mojave Tower, Skyhawk 5324 Golf, reporting right downwind for runway 26.
Oops.
Roger, 24 Golf, runway 26, clear to land.
Ah, missed it.
Clear to land, runway 26, 5324 Golf.
Number 6 Juliet Alpha, contact Soka departure.
Contact Soka departure, November 666, Juliet Alpha.
Number 5385 Juliet, exit right with able taxi to parking via Alpha, pass to the I-10.
Exit to the right, taxi via Alpha, thanks for the pass, 85 Juliet. Taxi to the east ramp. That was a tough one, man. Alright, just one more. I-11 to the last of the I ratings. I really held off on this one just because once they're done forever. Plus I had to study up for this one. Alright, I-10's complete. Thanks for watching. Check back soon for the I-11. Take care.